Hi guys, good day to you. My name is Abigail Oluwakemi Odelade. I am the founder of the Unity of Beauties and the head of business for AB Solution Express. The UOB, which is also known as the Unity of Beauties, is a platform that doubles as a non-governmental organization and ministry. The UOB is a platform that builds individuals in the area of skill empowerment, sensitization, and mentorship. And on this series, we've actually been having a couple of experts and professionals who have come on board to empower our community in different skill sets, especially the digital skills. Within this year, we've had two previous sections, and this is going to make it the third we'll be having in this year. So welcome on board. I am so glad to have you here. If you missed the live section, this can be gotten on the recorded section. This training is majorly about social media management, and this training is for those who are aspiring to become social media managers or those who want to build a career in social media management. And it is also for business owners and entrepreneurs who want to master the skill of social media management to build their brands and create more awareness around their businesses. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that we'll have a good time on this live section. What is social media management? Before we go into what social media management is, I would love to break down the concept of social media. Social media is a digital platform where people interact and connect with each other, either for business purposes or for the sake of friendship. And like we all know, social media has become a regular thing amongst us. It is a popular thing. It is a platform that everybody wants to be. It is the happening thing right now when it comes to the digital space, because a lot of attention, a lot of businesses have migrated onto social media, and people are using social media as a great tool to build awareness for themselves, for their brands, for their businesses, right, and to make money. So people are leveraging on social media these days to actually grow and make more money for themselves. So social media is a platform where everybody wants to be. What does it mean to be a social media manager? A social media manager is a person or an individual who manages a social media account. So it could either be a personal account or profile, or a business or corporate brand, because on social media alone there are tons of people, individuals who are surfing through different social media platforms on a daily basis. So if your business is not on social media, you might be missing out on a lot of clients, on a lot of leads that would be able to patronize you, right? So social media is a place where you want to position yourself as an authority and build awareness for your brand. So managing a social media page comes with a lot of responsibilities, but tonight I'm just going to talk about the basics, and then from next week we go deeper into other aspects of social media management. For you to be a successful social media manager, you need to be very aware of the components of social media marketing. What are the components of social media marketing? Managing a page or managing a profile without understanding social media marketing is like wasting your time, because you will not get any results if you are not aligning with the principles behind social media marketing. So what are the components of social media marketing? The first one I would love to talk about is the profile setup and optimization. There can never be a social media platform or social media page without a profile. And by profile, I mean a page that tells people about who you are or about your product or service. And when you have a page or a profile, you need to optimize that page or profile so that people who come across your profile can actually know what you do and who you are. For instance, if you are to manage a personal brand, it means that that personal profile needs to have a display picture that tells the audience about who that person is or that reflects the personality of that individual. If the person is a professional, you need to make sure that the display picture on that profile portrays a professional look to the audience that will be coming on that profile. If that page is a business or corporate page, you need to make sure that the display picture portrays what that company or brand is into. Best advice is to use a logo or the company logo as a display picture for such a profile if it is a business or a corporate page. So the first component you need to bear in mind is the importance of having a display picture or an image on your profile. The next thing you want to look out for is the headline. What is the headline saying? Communicate on that profile to your audience. The same thing goes for your about section. Your about section is where they get to read about how you can help them solve their problems and the solution you can provide to them. So you need to make sure that the profile or the page you're managing is well optimized and set up. Without that, you would only be wasting your time on social media because people will not be able to communicate with your being there or why you're there and what you do. So your profile needs to be well set up and optimized, and this is the first major component of social media marketing. The second component and very important factor I would love to talk about is the follower or growth. On every profile or page, you need followers. Your followers are your audience. These are the people who come around to consume your content, to consume whatever it is that you're going to be putting out on your page. For every brand to be successful, there needs to be followers. So your followers will determine if your brand will actually grow and keep growing and be successful or not. So you need to be intentional about followers. As a social media manager, I usually encourage organic followers. Make sure that the people coming on your page are people who are interested in what you are doing, not people you are buying with money. When you buy followers, what you're doing to your page is that the more you're putting out content that they are not interested in, the more those followers will begin to unfollow your page. And that is not healthy for your brand as a whole. So you be deliberate, be intentional about organic followers. Make sure that the people who are following your page or connecting with you are people who are interested. I know organic following might take time. Sometimes before you hit 500 followers on a page, it might take years. But the beautiful part is that those 500 people or those 500 individuals are people who are interested in what you are doing. And I think that's the best thing. That is what should be more important to you as a social media manager. Don't go buying followers and chasing after followers. Let them grow organically. Let them follow your page willingly, right? Another component I would love to actually address is the content market. For you to be successful as a social media manager, you need to understand the concept of content marketing. And your content marketing should be centered around a strategy that is related to the brand you are trying to sell to your audience. You may need to go out of your way to create a content bank, and different ideas around the products and services you're trying to sell to your audience. But you need to have a good content strategy, because this is what you're going to be sending out to your audience, and that is what they would perceive, that is what they'll consume on a daily basis. So if the content you're sending out there does not relate with what your brand is into, then you may begin to confuse your audience, and by so doing they may lose interest in whatever it is that you're trying to offer them. Another component which is very, very important in social media management is the engagement. How often do you engage with your audience? How often do you engage? You need to engage with their messages. You need to engage with their comments. When you put out a post on your page and people begin to comment on your post, you need to engage with them. As a social media manager, you need to make sure that your engagement is top-notch and timely. On your page, in your DM, make sure you're always responding to people. Make sure you always get back to them. If you do not have time to do that immediately, make sure you go back to that page and engage with them, reply to their comments, engage with their own pages as well. This is a good way to also grow your followers, by engaging with other people's posts and what they're saying or the topics they're talking about. It may help you gain more awareness as a brand. Another aspect or component I would love to talk about is the tracking. How often do you track, what's working and what's not for your page? As a social media manager, you need to master how to track your page performance. Your page performance will determine how far you're going to go and what to work on and what to stop doing. So what are your most or your best performing metrics? You need to figure out what's working best for your brand and stick to it. Link building is also an amazing component or factor I would love to talk about. Link building is a great way to actually spread your profile across different platforms. Share to groups, share to other platforms that you belong to, share it on your WhatsApp status, share it to your friends and other communities that you have around you. By sharing your link across to other profiles, across to other pages and community, you gain more awareness for your brand. So these are basic components and factors that determines the success of any social media marketing. And a social media manager needs to understand these basics and learn how to indulge them from time to time to drive growth and brand awareness to your page. I hope you found this section really helpful. I'm going to be stopping here for now. Next week we're going to continue on this section, and I look forward to having you. If you have any questions, kindly drop them under the comment section and all your questions will be attended to. Do well to spread the word, share the group link and bring your friends on board, as many as those that are willing or interested in learning about social media management. This training is really going to be helpful to them, both as freelancers and entrepreneurs. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.